Hi, I'm Ray Harper, and I wanted to share with you why I left a sensible, well-paid um, job a couple of years ago to leap into the unknown and change career direction, um, a unstable income, and it didn't come from a place of I'd planned it. It kind of was came as a bit of a surprise. It was part of the longer term plan, but it certainly wasn't sort of the short term plan. I'm a single parent. I've got two growing boys. I've got, as everybody else has, bills to pay. It's cost of living. Prices are ridiculous. Um, but I decided it was the right time. And the reason being I decided it was the right time is because I was perimenopausal, and I still am perimenopausal. I wasn't getting any younger. I wasn't enjoying my job. I loved the people. I loved what I stood for and what I believed. I loved my um, aspirations. So it was very much, I was working in a role that very much had a focus on leadership development, and that's my bag. That's my passion. Um, and helping leaders inspire the next generation of leaders, and helping leaders by creating the tools and the resources to be the best versions of themselves and to support their team's growth and development and performance, and ultimately the impact on service users. But I left because I got tired of there's no budget. No, we've done that before. Um, yeah, that's a really good idea, but no. And I realised that although I was a senior leader and I had a good salary, I wasn't valued, I wasn't appreciated, and I got fed up of the no and all the barriers that stood in our way to achieve something that was right for our staff and for our people and for the next generation of leaders. Um, so I lost a lot of faith. I was tired. I was a little bit broken. I was heading towards another burnout, which I'd experienced a number of years ago as part of sort of my marriage breakdown as well. But I can't. So I took the leap of faith because I knew that one, and this isn't bragging. It's not meant to be bragging. I know I'm good at my job. I know my stuff. I know I can make a difference to individuals, to teams, and therefore the ripple effect on how people feel. Every person that I work with has an interaction who has another interaction. So whether that's on teams or customers or even family and friends, at home. So I wanted to reignite my passion in what I did and believe in myself again. So the decision was about taking control and doing something for me and giving something back, to focus on all the areas that I knew I added value. So that's what I've been doing for the last 18 months, nearly 2 years now. It's coming up to 2 years, which is really exciting and a little bit scary. But I finally feel like I've found my feet. I know what I want. Um, I feel I'm much better at communicating who I help and why I help them, hence this video. And I've recently launched a digital online program for women to work through at their own pace to help them identify what's important to them, who they are, how they show up, how they want to be in the workplace and at home. And I've also got coaching group programs offered around that and one-to-one coaching programs around that. But one of the things I've realised as I was doing that is what I'm not doing is reaching out and working with organisations and how I can help organisations to plan, what do they want their leadership development activity to look like? What is What's the succession plans? What's that talent map from the moment somebody starts in the organization, leader or not? But where are they going to develop those leadership skills? And if you're familiar with the 70-20-10 model, 70% of learning is on the job. So therefore, 70% of the learning of those individuals that start, from graduates or start from early 20s, they are learning the behaviours from the role models in the organisation. So if that's the behaviour that you want in 10, 15, 20 years' time, that's what you're going to get from those leaders. But by having a plan and thinking about your future, the business future now, and what you want the culture to be, the behaviours to be, it takes a long time for those behaviours to shift. So that plan is so important right from the word go. And I do believe that leadership is for everybody. I've only ever worked in one organisation that had a leadership programme for everybody, and it was called Leadership for All. And it didn't matter what your role was. It didn't matter how long you'd been in post. If it was something that you wanted to do, and the plan was it was compulsory at some point for everybody to do. So if you just started, it was on your 12-month plan that you will do this within the next 12 months. And it's a fantastic opportunity for everybody, no matter your pay grade, to get in the room and have conversations around what is leadership, what do we want to be role modelling, how do we want to behave, what shows up, what does it feel like to work here. So I'm rambling a little bit, and I could continue on this vein for a very long time, but I'm sharing this now because actually it's an opportunity for you to get to know me a little bit more, what's important to me, and how I can help you. So if you're watching this thinking, oh, I don't know whether I want a leadership coach or somebody to come in and help me with some planning about what we want our leadership development to be, I can do both. And I love both. I love both. And I'd forgotten how much I missed doing the strategy piece. It was only having a conversation with an old boss recently that reminded me, as we were talking about the good old days when we worked together. So if you want a bit of help just planning your strategy and looking at what that is, or if you want some leadership programs, a Leadership for All program, then get in touch, let's talk, and let's see where it goes. And or, just reach out, book a call, book a discovery call, and let's talk and see where we end up. There's always learning to be had on both sides, so I never see it as a waste of time. And I love getting to know people and organisations and what everybody does. So that's a little bit more about me and my background. Take a look at some of the other videos if you're interested, and on my website as well. There's various bits of information on my website, but get in touch if I can help.